What's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? All to get it in. Somebody's getting it for you. What's good, people? Woo! What's good, people? It's the day of another day we call Saturday. Anyway, that being said, what's good, people? Oh, it's been a crazy couple of days. It's been very hot and stuff like that. Anyway, that being said, I want to talk to you about this woman who is like going all over the internet right about now, because in the world we live in, you know, we always have to have something to talk about. She's from the NAACP. And, okay. And this is like, her name is, okay, Rachel Dolezal. Anyway, that being said, I'm just going to call her Rachel because you already know. I'll butcher her name in a minute. Anyway, that being said, Rachel is, she's the head of the local chapter of NAACP. She identifies herself as black. Now, her birth record says that she is Caucasian. She was born to two parents, which is white, which they let people know. Somewhere along the line, got leaked that, you know, she's not a black person. You know, she is a white person, and she identifies herself as a black person. Okay. This is the thing right here. Okay. Her parents is the one who dropped the bomb on her and stuff like that, I guess through achievements and stuff like that. Okay, I'm just going to give you a rough draft real quick on what happened. Okay, did I got all this stuff out here? Okay. Evidently she was doing great in her life. She's a graduate from Harvard University and stuff like that. She evidently did a lot of things for black culture and stuff like that, and, you know, working in reference to, you know, equal equality and stuff like that, and the fights for black rights and stuff like this. And, you know, she's a positive force as far as trying to get the job done. You know, I hate to say this, but she's living a life of a transgender woman or a trans man. You know, the thing about it is that they seem to have lost focus on, she does a great job. She gets out there. She's fighting. She's doing marches. She's doing this. She's doing that. She's advocating. She's doing this for black people. She's doing that for black people. And the same thing a transsexual does. She goes out, she goes to work, she does everything, she does her job, she does what she needs to do. Oh, but you're trans, girl. So, since you're trans, you get the side eye, So why are you giving her the side eye and she could do the job? Anyway, we're going to take off the trans and put it on Rachel. Anyway, that being said. So, you know me, I always got to find a little information because I got to let y'all see what she looks like. Now, I have saw a couple of pictures and stuff like that, and my thing is this is that. If you want to identify yourself as anybody, you want to identify yourself as, my thing is, do you? Black people identify themselves as black and Indian, black and Puerto Rican, some just say they're not even black at all. You know, but the thing about it is that I did it myself as black. Okay, let me just put that out there. Even though we all know that, I hate to say this, but anybody who's black is not 100% black anyway. But we're not even going to focus on that because who cares? My thing is this is that a woman is being attacked because of her ethnicity, for her being a Caucasian woman doing a job, working at NAACP. And NAACP is an organization for black people, stuff like that. But we all know that everybody who supports the NAACP is not all black. You know, you got different sponsors from different locations and stuff like that, you know, with donations and stuff like that. Anyway, that being said, the thing about it that gets me is that money is green. Who cares what color it is, as long as the money's right? And I'm saying that in reference to, you know, when you're trying to build on NAACP and stuff like that, and people need to get paid, people to get the push for these programs and stuff like that to help the black enforcement, you know, to better our youth. Who cares who's running it, as long as it gets the job done? Anyway, that being said, I'm going to give you a little interview that was on her so you can get an idea. Oh, wait a minute before I do that. I'm going to let you check out some of her styles. Now, my thing is this is that she would identify as a black woman. She definitely has it on point. Okay, let me let you check out her pictures. Her for us, her hairstyle, because you know I'm a hair freak. Anyway, that being said, go ahead. Okay, you check the hairstyles. I give it up to you. You know, my thing is this is that why can't she wear those hairstyles? Why can't she look the way she wants to look? You know, my thing is she's living her life, but that has nothing to do with her job. And that's where I'm finding like a little problem with this. I'm like, But anyway, that being said, let me get to what you watched the interview as far as her talking in reference to someone who's going to question her ethnicity as far as who she is.
About the relationship she has with one of her sons. Her biological parents say that's her brother, but she calls him her son. She says this is a personal matter, and it's what he wanted and how she felt she could protect him. A lot of questions about where you're coming from, who your parents are, who your children are. What's your reaction to all of that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it is a very private matter, especially getting into some of these childhood and past and family members that have had a history of litigation.
Do you think it's fair for people to question what your relationship is and whether you are his actual mother?
I think that's between me and him, you know, and when he went to, I decided, no, I don't think that's fair. It's none of their business.
Do you feel like you have in any way misrepresented your relationship with him?
The only degree to which, you know, I would say, I would first say no, because I am his mom, and I do see myself as, he's not my brother. Like, that's not our relationship, you know?
How do you want to respond to the claims that have been made by your parents?
Well, number one, I don't think that there's any, like, contradiction in my mind, in Franklin's mind, or Isaiah's mind, and we are a family unit. My real dad is Albert Wilkerson. Like, that's who I call dad, and that's all that matters to me. I do not talk to Ruthanne or Larry anymore. Neither does Isaiah, you know, and neither do, you know, other siblings.
You don't necessarily have a relationship with them where you view them as mom and dad?
No. No, I call them Larry and Ruthanne.
So what would you say to those who are questioning your ethnicity?
Those who are questioning, or those who are just reading the article? I mean, you know, so the article, I feel like the article is what's questioning, and really it's Larry and Ruthanne who are questioning. And so what I say to them is, you know, I don't give two what you guys think, you know, like you're so far done and out of my life.
The president of the NAACP, who we think is a black woman who says she is the victim of hate crimes, might not be black. That seems like a misrepresentation.
I can understand that. I mean, like I said, it's more important for me to clarify that with the black community and with my executive board than it really is to explain it to a community that I quite frankly don't think, you know, really understands the definitions of race and ethnicity.
Do you think anyone within the Spokane NAACP is unclear about your identity?
I'm not sure.
Would you identify yourself as an African American?
I actually don't like the term African American. I prefer black. And I would say that if, you know, if I was asked, I would definitely say that yes, I do consider myself to be black.
If they're saying you're not black, what would you say in response?
Whatever they say, really, I wish to say doesn't affect me at all. Unfortunately, people might listen to them or give them a platform that they don't deserve. But I don't have anything to say to that.
Okay, you seen that? Oh, I feel so bad for her. I feel like she's being badgered. You know, the thing about it is that she adopted her brother. And I'm not sure exactly whether he was adopted by her parents. Now, her parents' name is Ruth Ann and Lawrence. And she adopted her brother. So she adopted her brother. Her brother is full black. They must have adopted him, I'm assuming, or maybe, I don't know, allegedly, you know, they adopted him and stuff like that. But to me, you know, he's all black, and, you know, and I can't, see, the thing about it with me is I can't say if a black person inside of a family, or what they must be, they must have, because I know, I hate to say this to people, but I've seen white people give birth to black kids. And I'm not saying as far as black, but baby, they are blacker than black. And I've seen black people give birth to white kids, blonde hair, blue eyes, hazel eyes, light skin, red hair, freckles and all this stuff. You know, it goes back into heritage and back into our ancestors anyway, that being said. And if she identifies herself as black, her sister, you are black, Rachel. Anyway, that being said. Okay. And the thing about it, she adopted her brother, and he wanted to be adopted by her because evidently he wasn't liking the treatment that he was getting received by her birth parents. So the thing about it, she adopted him and stuff like that, and that's what I'm thinking allegedly. And evidently her parents and her do not get along because she does not call them mother and father. She calls them Lawrence and Ruthanne. So the thing about it is that there is definitely a problem, and the thing about it with parents and stuff like that, allegedly, they was trying to push on a lot of Christian beliefs and stuff like that on her, and she did not accept it. She don't consider them her parents, and I'm one that don't consider mine. So I guess, so the thing about it is that, you know, she called them by their birth name, even in respect. So even though she gives them their respect and stuff like that, I'm going to let you know how the snake is working. So she was in an interview and stuff like this, and I'm going to let you know how people can deceive you when they're coming at you within a smiling face, and yet still the hidden agenda was there all the time. He made her feel more comfortable, make her feel much more welcome, but he had an agenda, and that was the agenda to attack her again, or her race. Anyway, that being said,
this is something that I've actually cared about since I was a young child, and I've been involved with social justice work since middle school, high school, college. It's part of my life work. So, you know, some people might think that it actually, you know, I've heard people say something about, oh, well, you get publicity from these hate crimes, and I think that's very sick as well, because that's not the kind of publicity anybody wants. It's publicity of a negative and terrorizing scenario, especially death threats and photos of lynchings. And as a Black Studies professor, I know what these images mean and take them very seriously given the history of racism in the United States.
Speaking of that, did your dad ever make it to Spokane in January for the ribbon cutting?
No, actually, he has, unfortunately, has bone cancer and was not able to get cleared for surgery, and so...
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible break for you. I'm sure that he would have been very proud of you. Is that your dad?
Yeah, that's my dad.
This man right here is your father? Right there?
You have a question about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was wondering if your dad really is an African-American man.
That's a very... I mean, I don't know what you're implying.
Are you African-American?
I don't understand the question. I did tell you that, yes, that's my dad. And he was unable to come in January.
Are your parents, are they white?
Now you see that? She just walked away. You know, I feel really bad for her because my thing is this, is that I think it's so unfair and so unfortunate that we're missing the fact that this woman is out there fighting for black lives and Black Lives Matter. And I hate to tell y'all this, black people, and I'm talking to black people, there were, when they did the riots and the Black Lives Matter, there was a lot of white people out there. In fact, I hate to say this, but I saw a lot more white people than I saw black people when I was talking about the Black Lives Matter. They was out there fighting. They was out there doing anything. People are getting tired of this race thing. I know I'm sick of it because at the end of the day, we all believe one color and that's red. So my thing is this, is that I'm not going to say that racism don't exist. And I think that the reason why people are having such a problem because it's such a black thing in the ACP, so that they feel as though nobody white should be inside of that company. Maybe they think they're up to something and stuff like that. And, you know, and who knows? Who knows, you know, and my thing is this, is that if she's out there marching, she's out there fighting, she's pushing for, then more power to her. And if she wants to be black, boo, let her be black. Honey, she wants to be, it is what it is. Today I'm Indian. My hair is Indian, but it is what it is. Anyway, that being said, I just want to put that out there because I feel so sad for her, and I feel so sorry for her because I don't feel as though it's fair for a woman to be attacked when she's out there fighting issues. If you checked into the video, and if you want to replay it back over, she was out there in the video saying that she's been out there fighting, and she don't like the way, you know, she has 2 black kids and stuff at home, and she's fighting for the rights of black people. So why is she being attacked? I think it's so unfair and so unfortunate. And I think we need to really attack the people who attack us in a positive, not in a, well, in a positive way, as far as not attack them as far as, you know, weapons or actually going out creating a crime on them. But someone that's actually standing behind a desk and going out fighting for rights and stuff like that, you know, for black people. You know, and that's the thing about it. I feel really sad, and I'm sorry, Rachel, for what you're going through. I know you'll never see this video. My views are very low. But anyway, that being said, but I just want to know how you feel about this. You know, someone's out there fighting for you, and yet and still they're focusing on, well, are you black? Are you this and are you that? And I hate to say this, but I said it before. It's the same life of a transgender woman or man. We're out there doing a job, but you don't care about that. You're only focusing on what we are or what we was. But you're not focusing on what it is. And what we is somebody who's standing up there doing a job, trying to get production going right, you know, in reference to getting the work done. Anyway, that being said, it's so sad that we have to go through this and stuff like that. Anyway, that being said, I just wanted to put that out there because I've seen it and stuff like that. And her name is Rachel Dolezal. I'm gonna put a little link down there and stuff like that so you can kind of see it for yourself. Which basically all you do is Google it and stuff like that. Anyway, that being said, I want to know how you feel about this. I want to know, is it really a problem that a woman inside of the NAACP is doing a lot of things as far as fighting for rights and stuff like that, and, you know, doesn't like, you know, the way things are going, and why is it such a big problem on the necessity when it comes down to the race? You know, I don't know. Anyway, that being said, judge is my opinion, but I do understand where she's coming from because simple fact of the matter is that it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Anyway, that being said, I want to say hello, all new people. Boom. I want to say old people. Bam. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I want you to do you. I want you to do the best way that you can. And if nobody don't like it, then fuck them. All right.